It is time to talk about Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl performance in the defeat versus the Buccaneers. I think us Chiefs fans, we've had a couple months to heal our broken red souls, and now we need to talk about if he played as poorly as everyone said he did. Following the Chiefs' loss to the Buccaneers in Super Bowl 55, headlines included such gems as Patrick Mahomes has historically poor performance, and another one was something like Mahomes was embarrassed. Use the word embarrassed. Mahomes himself even began his post-Super Bowl press conference by saying this: "Obviously, I didn't play the way I wanted to play." But is this true? Did Mahomes actually play poorly in the Super Bowl? Was he embarrassed in the Super Bowl? While the media spin cycle said it was true, we all watched as Mahomes covered nearly 500 yards of ground scrambling. We all watched Mahomes throw for more yards and more completions than Tom Brady in the same game. We all watched as Mahomes was sacked 3 times as much as the South Florida AARP member. So what if Mahomes' Super Bowl performance was like Lance Armstrong being told he'd be riding a tricycle with a broken foot in the Tour de France? What if Mahomes actually played just fine? Not amazing, not his best game, but what if he played just fine? Or even good in the Super Bowl? What if all of those stories and those news articles about his interceptions and his incompletions and his lack of touchdowns were all as fake as a Lady Gaga wig? Now, I know that almost no one agrees with me that Mahomes played just fine in the Super Bowl. So you know what? Let's tackle the 4 main objections a Mahomes hater might have to this claim. But before that, every week on this channel, we have a weekly Chiefs news update. You do not want to miss it. So if you want to make sure you're kept in the loop on all things Kansas City Chiefs, you've got to hit the subscribe button right now on this channel. All right, so on to tackling the 4 objections a Mahomes hater might have to the claim that Mahomes played just fine in the Super Bowl. First, Mahomes haters might argue by bringing up Mahomes' 2 interceptions. And you know what? It's true. On the stat sheet, he threw 2 interceptions. But not so fast. Mahomes threw his first interception with 6 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Now, if you actually watch this play, the blitzing Levante David destroyed Chiefs offensive center Austin Ryder, resulting in a near immediate pressure in Mahomes' face. Down 28-9 in the third quarter and facing 3rd and long, Mahomes knew he had to attempt a deep throw. He had to get it out. He had to try something. So he heaved the ball 35 yards downfield, where Tyreek Hill uncharacteristically and lazily, which isn't normally him, made very little attempt to fight for the ball. As a result, the ball was tipped, and a luck of the draw bounce 6 yards away led to Mahomes' first interception. But obviously that was less of an interception and more of just this unlucky bounce on a desperation play where he was put in a bad situation. Then with only 1 minute and 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter, down 31-9 in the red zone, Mahomes threw his second interception. Rolling to his right, no receivers were open. Seeing a size advantage, Mahomes threw a laser of a throw to Travis Kelce. Kelce collided with the defender as the ball neared, and the ball bounced off the hands of both Kelce and the Bucs linebacker and was intercepted. Now, neither of these interceptions were like Ryan Leaf-esque bad throws by Mahomes. He didn't misread a defense. He didn't just throw a pass that was off. Instead, both were Mahomes just trying to make a play in a bad situation. Both were deflections, and both were Mahomes just having to try to make a play in a bad situation. Second, Mahomes haters might also argue about his incompletions in the Super Bowl. After all, Mahomes only completed 26 of 49 pass attempts for a 53% completion rating. But not so fast. With 14:06 left in the fourth quarter, Mahomes took a snap from shotgun. His right tackle was obliterated by the Bucs' Shaq Barrett. After escaping the pressure, Mahomes scrambled to his right, following a magical escape from the pursuing Ndamukong Suh. Mahomes lofted a pass while levitating over the out-of-bounds marker. The pass unbelievably hit Demarcus Robinson in the hands. It was an incredible pass, but he dropped the pass in the end zone. This play really, it sums up the incompletions in Super Bowl 54. Incompletions that were often the fault of dropped passes and unreasonably quick pressure that was right in Patrick Mahomes' face. Now, I rewatched all of the game film with the most skeptical viewpoint possible, and it revealed that no less than 10 of Mahomes' incompletions resulted from shockingly quick pressure where he just had to get rid of the ball immediately. On these 10 plays, pressure was so quick, there was just nothing Patrick could do. There was nothing anyone could do. It was the type of pressure that only comes by playing behind a third-string left tackle, a second-string guard, a practice squad guard, and a third-string right tackle. While Tom Brady was pressured just 4 times during the Super Bowl. Get this, Mahomes was pressured 30 times. Yeah, Mahomes was pressured nearly 8 times as much as Brady in the same game. In addition, Mahomes' receivers just plain dropped 3 to 5 passes, depending on what you thought about a couple of them. Now, a reasonable person would add the unprecedented pressures and drops, subtract a few for good measure, and assume that Mahomes was not 26 for 49, but no worse than 26 for 36. This would have given him a 72% completion percentage, which would have been the number 1 percentage in the NFL during the 2020 season. Yeah, he did not play as bad as everyone said he did. Third, a Mahomes hater would also argue that he threw 0 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, but not so fast. Yeah, no receivers for the Chiefs caught touchdown passes, but that doesn't mean Mahomes didn't throw any touchdown passes. In the first quarter, with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left, Mahomes was pressured from an unblocked, blindsided blitzer. After avoiding him using his Harry Potter wizardry, Mahomes threw a supernatural pass against his body. The pass hit Tyreek Hill in the end zone. Problem was, he dropped the ball. Early in the fourth quarter, down 31-9, on 4th down in the red zone, the offensive line allowed the pass rush to hit Mahomes quicker than a Floyd Mayweather jab. Mahomes scrambled 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. About to be sacked, Mahomes threw himself towards the ground. Defying all laws of physics and humanity, he threw the ball as he floated horizontally. Darrell Williams stood in the end zone ready for a touchdown. The pass hit him right in the hands with pinpoint accuracy. It was pure magic on behalf of Mahomes. Problem was, I got dropped. During the course of the Super Bowl, I counted 3 Mahomes passes that were dropped in the end zone as I rewatched all of the game film. Now, during the 2020 season, only the league-leading Aaron Rodgers averaged 3 touchdown passes per game. So had the Chiefs just caught the ball, those 3 touchdown passes would have made Mahomes appear as having a great MVP-type Super Bowl game. Yeah, he played just fine. Fourth, a Mahomes hater might also argue that he failed to convert 3rd downs in the Super Bowl. Down only 3-7 at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, Mahomes, he was pressured yet again. That just kept happening. Now, on this play, as he fell, he threw a strike to our beloved all-galaxy tight end, Travis Kelce. The pass was perfect. Classic Mahomes. Yet, you're getting the theme here, right? It was dropped. A 3rd down that Mahomes had craftily converted yet again became a punt. So, he played just fine. He would have had plenty of 3rd down conversions. But then fifth, we also need to point out the other issues Patrick faced in the Super Bowl, like the lack of a running game. I mean, rushing the football is not just meant to pick up yards, but to create first downs. A quality running game on first and second down creates easier third downs for a team's quarterback. Yet, in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs running backs produced a measly 69 yards of rushing. I mean, it was nothing. It just didn't get going. This would have been good for dead last during the average of the 2020 season. Also, we have the referees. I know. No one wants to hear other people complain about the refs. You know, they want to hear you complain about the refs about as bad as you want to hear about your grandma's gout. But the objective reality points to an unprecedentedly one-sided refereeing in the Super Bowl. It was horrific. It should have cost people their jobs. And actually, this offseason, it sounded like it did. In the first half of the Super Bowl, the Chiefs were called for 8 penalties for 95 yards, while the Bucs were called for 1 penalty for 5 yards. You do the math. Horrific refereeing. Really an unequally refereed game. The game was refereed as lopsided as a parent umpiring their own kid's t-ball game. The Chiefs were indiscriminately called for the most penalties in any first half of Super Bowl history. The unashamedly horrific refereeing job was so unprecedented that it led to rumors of the NFL fixing the game in favor of Tom Brady. Now, while those rumors are untrue, what is true remains obvious. The NFL's inability to create a fair, logical officiating process resulted in Patrick Mahomes losing a baffling number of third down conversions and being put in countless artificially long third down situations. While people were unfairly criticizing Mahomes for failing to convert his first 8 passes on third down, well, they really should have been instead criticizing the receivers for their drops, the rushing game, the NFL's horrific officiating system that, hey, we all know it's broken, right? He is an overcomer. Upon this analysis, what becomes clear is that Patrick Mahomes actually played just fine. Might have played good during the Super Bowl. However, even this is not the whole story. The whole story is that Patrick Mahomes is an overcomer. Just 3 weeks before the Super Bowl, just 3 weeks, Patrick Mahomes suffered a concussion that made every Chiefs fan throw up a little in their mouth, right? As he stood up in that game, do you remember this? As he stood up in the game versus the Browns in the divisional championship, Mahomes looked as dizzy as I would pounding 4 scotches at a dance party. Yet he miraculously overcame. But that was not Mahomes' only injury. Patrick entered the Super Bowl with a torn plantar plate in his foot. Now, most people hear the term turf toe and they just kind of think, that's not serious. Most people are wrong. Mahomes made a self-sacrificial decision for the team, delaying surgery until the off-season. If you doubt the seriousness of this injury, just consider that Mahomes has gone under the knife this off-season and he spent months in a cast. That Patrick Mahomes was suffering from 2 serious injuries, yet even suited up for the Super Bowl, proves he is an overcomer. The bottom line is this: Patrick Mahomes did not have an embarrassing, bad, ugly Super Bowl like the media spin cycle said he did. That is not true. The story of him failing in the Super Bowl is fake news. If you take away the drop passes and unreasonably quick pressures, Mahomes would have had a better completion rating in the Super Bowl than any regular season quarterback during the 2020 season. If you take away the dropped passes in the end zone, Mahomes would have had 3 touchdowns, as good as any quarterback average in the 2020 season. And if you take away the unprecedentedly horrific refereeing in the first half of the Super Bowl, if you take away the failed running game and you take away all those drop passes, well, Mahomes would have converted a very healthy percentage of third downs. The Super Bowl was not Mahomes' best game ever. I'm not claiming he was excellent. However, he actually played just fine. The Chiefs are an amazing team. Kelsey and Hill are incredible receivers who just had an off night. The offensive line was basically pulling fans from nosebleed to start at guard. Mahomes was injured. But Mahomes, he was heroic. Mahomes is the best player in the NFL. While the media, NFL, and Mahomes himself have criticized his Super Bowl performance, the truth is they were all wrong. He played just fine. So there it is. Thanks for watching the Red and Gold Report. If you want weekly Chiefs news and updates, hit the subscribe button underneath this video and go Chiefs.